Alright guys, Seth Allen here. Finally got my boost leak figured out, which ended up being pretty stupid, but should fix the issue I was having with spool, and this guy should be ready to run now. So stay tuned. It's warming up, and I'm gonna make a few pulls, and I'll try and get a couple of videos of it on this crappy iPhone camera. Hey everyone, Seth Allen. Some might know me through as Skeese on RX7 club forums and such. So I've never done this before, so bear with me. I've never actually sat and made a talking video, so I just videos of the car, but kind of wanted to tack on to. There's always so much more going on with it, and so much more to everything that gets posted, and than just what you see in the video. And you get all this stuff in comments or videos across time with people wanting to say, oh well, that's not hauling ass, you're not standing on it, take it to 10K, where's big boost, blah blah blah, that's not fast. It's all bullshit. So the thing is, I build my car, I tune my car, I welded all my own exhaust, I do everything myself. I am the sole responsibility for the car. I'm also the driver. I'm the person who funds it as well. So in the event I blow it up, it's on me. So with that, comes time and patience, which is how you make things work correctly. This last video I just made, which I think I'm going to stick this on the end of, the car's been down for about 2.5 years and been undergoing a complete overhaul. I was making probably low 600s on 20 pounds of boost on a 9180, and the whole setup was just wrong. I found out I was going to have a kid, so I decided to redo the car the way I wanted one final time over while I still had time. Didn't happen in time. So 2.5 years later, I'm back up and running, but everything's done the way I want it to a T. There are no corners cut. Every aspect of it's built the way I wanted it to be, so I'm happy with it. And with that too, I never move forward if I have a problem until I figure it out, sort it, and get it fixed completely to the way it should be, and my standard for what I expect from it and what it's designed to do. I mean, some people build a car and they think it consists of just bolting a bunch of shit on. No, it'll never work that way. The reason OEM cars work so damn well and work so well consistently is because they were designed. They were not just bolt on. You don't just arbitrarily change everything without thought, and don't balance the whole situation behind it, the whole system behind it. That's how you end up with a piece of shit that never works right, never hauls ass, never makes numbers, or blows up, or maybe does 2 of those 3 things and then blows up. So point being, everything's the way I want it. I've been fighting a boost leak, which, like I said at the end of that video, ended up being something pretty stupid. When you spend so much time and overthink things, you often overlook the little parts that end up. You spend so much time staring at it, you look right past it. I had a couple of the bolts, which are these fancy, shiny, metallic-looking nuts that I was using to secure the drive-by-wire throttle adapter to the upper intake manifold, and a couple of them had de-threaded themselves on the bottom. And I'd torqued them to what the factory spec had and they came undone. Couldn't see it there, but it was blowing boost off the bottom of that, and it took me forever. I kept thinking there's something wrong with the ignition. I'm getting this weird breakup. It doesn't want to spool, and some people are saying, well, the turbo's so big, you got to stay on it harder. No. It shouldn't take 100% throttle from 2,500 to 6,000 RPMs on a semi-port to make this thing spool to 5 PSI. So there's a lot more. I got to adjust the tune a good bit now because I've kind of tuned around that whole leak, just trying to get the car to functionally run. At this point, now having figured that out and sealed that thing back up, idle's not as stable as it was, which is because the closed loop is having to adjust for both the idle control and fuel further off from what the target was, since it was actually tuned to sit there and just hold and chop perfect, considering the fact that it was bleeding vacuum out the bottom there. Well, when I say vacuum, it was still in front of it was behind the throttle plate. But either way, it had been tuned around that. So I got to readjust all that stuff and get it back to dead nut zero with the way it sits now. And that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then now that it's actually holding boost like it's supposed to, and the weird noise it was making has gone away, which turns out to have been the boost getting blown out through that leak, I can go back through and start working the positive pressure regions of the map to get it to hold target. There's 14-pound wastegate springs in there right now, and I was letting off really early by about 6,000 RPMs in a couple pulls. I just get it into boost and watch it and could feel it, starting to really suck down and pull, and then would let off. I could see on the wideband that the AFRs were dipping down into the 10s, which is how I wanted it. I haven't been into boost yet with it because I've been chasing all of these other leaks, and this is an all new setup. Everything's totally different than before, so I erred on the side of caution and threw too much fuel in there on the positive pressure side. So it is, it's gonna have that. I can start cleaning that up. And once I get that cleaned up a good bit, a couple more runs, we'll be able to go run a little higher RPM and hopefully be able to take it down get wide open throttle and get to that 14-pound spring pressure, which is as far as I'm going to take it on 93 octane. Everything is built for E85, and the car has a flex fuel sensor, and it'll be getting swapped over. But I always tune to 14 pounds on pump gas before making the transition to E85, and then I set everything up in the tune as a function of the flex fuel sensed ethanol content. So whenever you're falling whenever the sensor's running anything below 50%, you automatically default to your AFR targets and timing and boost levels set for 93 octane, which will just be your wastegate spring pressure. But may or may not make another video talking about that. So, car's together, car runs, car boosts, car brakes, car drives, car warms up, car starts. And in the very near future, car's gonna haul ass. Now, thanks for listening. Have a good one.